TECH VANTA presents the return of the DX flagship. Nikon has a camera that hasn't even been officially confirmed yet, and somehow, it has already become one of the most anticipated APS-C releases in years. The rumored Nikon Z90 is expected to finally give DX shooters the true flagship they've been asking for, ever since the legendary D500 proved just how powerful an APS-C camera could be for wildlife, sports, and action photography. Nikon users have been waiting for a mirrorless successor that delivers that same combination of speed, durability, autofocus, and incredible reach. Now, the Z90 keeps appearing in rumors and leaks, with more details supposedly surfacing as Nikon's future product plans take shape. Today on TECH VANTA, we're looking at the most interesting claims, separating what sounds realistic from pure speculation, and exploring why this camera may have taken so long to appear. Because if Nikon really wants the Z90 to carry the spirit of the D500 into the mirrorless era, it can't simply be another mid-range DX body. It needs to feel like a serious professional tool. Across multiple rumor discussions, one number keeps appearing with surprising consistency: 33 megapixels. A 33 megapixel APS-C sensor would put the Z90 in a very interesting position. It would offer enough resolution for serious wildlife photographers who routinely crop into distant subjects, while still leaving enough headroom for fast, continuous shooting. More pixels can be extremely useful when you're photographing birds, motorsports, or animals that simply won't let you get closer. Instead of carrying an enormous lens just to fill the frame, photographers could use the natural crop factor of the DX sensor and still have plenty of detail left for editing. At the same time, the rumored hybrid CMOS autofocus system could give the camera the responsiveness expected from a modern flagship. Speed is where the Z90 reportedly becomes even more interesting, with speculation pointing toward approximately 15 frames per second using its mechanical shutter. If that figure becomes reality, Nikon would have a camera capable of capturing extremely fast sequences while remaining practical for professional action photography. But raw frame rate is only one part of the equation. The real excitement comes from autofocus. Nikon has spent several generations improving subject detection and tracking across its Z-series cameras, and the technology found in models such as the Z8 and Z9 has demonstrated just how capable their modern autofocus system can be. The hope is that the Z90 would inherit much of that intelligence in a smaller APS-C body. Imagine pointing the camera at a bird flying across a complicated background, and having the system identify the subject, lock onto the eye, and continue tracking it as it changes direction. For sports photographers, that could mean keeping focus on a player moving rapidly through a crowded field. For wildlife shooters, it could mean spending less time fighting the autofocus system and more time concentrating on composition and timing. Then there's the built-in advantage that APS-C has always offered: reach. A 400mm lens mounted on a DX body effectively gives you a field of view similar to 600mm on full frame. That doesn't magically turn the lens into a longer focal length, but it does allow the subject to occupy more of the frame, which is exactly what wildlife photographers often need. Combine that crop advantage with a high-resolution sensor, fast burst shooting, advanced subject detection, and Nikon's extensive Z-mount telephoto lineup, and suddenly the rumored Z90 starts making a lot of sense. It could become a specialized tool for people who need maximum reach without moving into the enormous size, weight, and cost associated with full-frame professional setups. On paper, that combination of speed, sensor resolution, autofocus intelligence, and reach is exactly the recipe Nikon's community has been asking for. But here's the problem. The Z90 wouldn't be launching into an empty market. Fujifilm has built an extremely strong APS-C lineup with cameras such as the X-T5 and the high-speed X-H2S. Sony's A6700 continues to attract photographers with sophisticated autofocus, while Canon's EOS R7 has shown that an APS-C body can be a very serious action machine. That means Nikon can't simply release a camera that is good enough. The Z90 needs a clear identity, defined by its ability to combine Nikon's advanced subject tracking with professional DX ergonomics. A deep grip, weather sealing, excellent battery performance, dual card slots, a high-quality electronic viewfinder, and a responsive control layout will all be critical. D500 owners aren't simply looking for more megapixels, they want reliability. They want a camera they can take into freezing temperatures, dusty environments, rain, and long sessions without worrying about whether the body is going to fail. Video could also play an important role. Modern creators expect their cameras to handle both stills and video. A Z90 with strong 4K capabilities, efficient heat management, advanced stabilization, and reliable autofocus could make it appealing to creators who photograph wildlife 1 minute and record cinematic footage the next. So, if the rumored specifications are this compelling, why isn't the camera already here? Part of the explanation could simply be Nikon's development priorities. The company has invested significant engineering resources into its full-frame Z lineup and its partnership with RED. Developing professional cameras across multiple segments is expensive and complicated. There's also the possibility that Nikon is waiting for the next generation of processing technology before launching, ensuring the camera doesn't become quickly outdated. However, years of delays have made the waiting period part of the story. Every year that passes gives competitors more time to improve, while pressure builds among D500 owners waiting for a true mirrorless successor. As of now, there is still no officially confirmed release date. Optimistic speculation points toward a possible reveal in late 2026, while other predictions suggest the camera could slip into early 2027. Price expectations hover somewhere around $2,200 to $2,800, positioning it clearly as a professional APS-C flagship. Ultimately, the Nikon Z90 keeps generating buzz because the gap it is supposed to fill hasn't disappeared. The only question is whether Nikon is willing to put all of those pieces together in one camera. What do you think? Will Nikon finally reveal the Z90 soon? Or are we looking at another delay? Let us know in the comments below, and make sure to subscribe to TECH VANTA for more updates.